What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 3 of this 15-0 run, and once again I lost a battle because I ran out of storage again, and yeah, I just was not good at deleting my footage after I uploaded them to the computer. So I did lose a battle, and I don't even remember what happened, but we won, so that was good. So again, 4 battles today, and oh, before I start, I did want to talk about the battle yesterday when I was saying that with Meganium versus Victory Bell, that it was a bad move to do Frenzy Plant. Actually, if you want to feint a fully healed Victory Bell, you actually do need a Frenzy Plant and an Earthquake. So you need both to knock it out. 2 Earthquakes is overkill, 2 Frenzy Plants is not enough. So Frenzy Plant and Earthquake together will knock out a Victory Bell from full health. So I actually did play that correctly, so just wanted to point that out. Let's get into the first battle. Alright, so we got Keatsy 2, and we're leading again Altaria, and once again, Altaria versus Altaria matchup. So you know how to play this by now, hopefully, if you've seen the prior 2 videos. Watch his health bar. You see it just went yellow before I did, so that's good. That means I don't need to throw a charge move. I'm just going to let... And that was actually a poor decision on his part. Because he made that mistake, I can actually throw a Sky Attack and still win the matchup. So he should have just went straight Sky Attack because he would have burned both my shields. But since he threw Dragon Pulse, and I was going to shield anyways, that allowed me to burn one of his shields and still keep enough energy to win that matchup. Or, you know, he burned too much energy. He could not get to a second Sky Attack. So already, we're off to a great start because of that mistake. Usually we have no shields at this point, but now we have 1. So we have Lucario here, and Shadow Ball is what you need to watch out for. So at some point you do need to learn the count. I don't know the count of moves. I know it's quite a bit for Shadow Ball. So I kind of go by feel. If he's throwing a charge move too quickly, I feel like it's Power Up Punch. And plus, a lot of people like to bait with Power Up Punch, and so usually on average you're okay with not shielding that first attack. And so yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. Weather Ball is going to knock us out, but I have a fully healed Deoxys here, and I'm going to do my double charge. So I'm going to go 10 counters and then double Psycho Boost. Okay, so that sucked. I got Solar Beamed right in the face. That one definitely hurts. But luckily we have enough energy to go double Psycho Boost, and this will knock out our opponent, and we take that game. So that was actually the second game. So we're going to go straight into the third game now. Okay, so Tucker447 is our next opponent, and Altaria versus Sableye. Now this is actually a matchup I'm quite familiar with because I used to lead Sableye a lot, and usually if you want to beat an Altaria with Sableye, you do need to land a Power Gem, but it takes like 7 or 8, I think 8 Shadow Claws to get to a Power Gem, so I knew that he wasn't throwing one at this point because he threw it too quick. So I knew it was a foul play. I didn't shield, but I will have to burn some shields though to win this matchup. So this one I'm definitely going to shield. Again, I want to maintain switch advantage. That is the key to winning a lot of these matches in the Great League. With Master League, it's not as important, but it's still pretty important. But with Great League, because they can have literally anything, you want to keep that switch advantage whenever possible. So we won that matchup. Both of us burned shields, so that's fine. We're in a really good spot now. I have enough energy to get to a Sky Attack, and that's going to do a big chunk, even though it's not a super effective move against Raichu. Alolan Raichu is very glassy, so it did a pretty good chunk there. All right, Thunder Punch. We're, I believe, neutral to electric, so, and Deoxys is pretty bulky, so it's not going to do a whole lot. And we're just going to go ahead for the Rock Slide. I don't even need to charge this very much, so I just kind of, just dick around there a little bit. And then Azu. Okay, notice how I just switched here. Okay, I had enough health on my Deoxys to throw some more counters, but I wouldn't have had enough to do any significant damage, and so I needed to switch out right away to match energy, match my health with the Azu, because if I'd let the Azumarill farm my Deoxys, it would have gotten to 2 Ice Beams and I would have lost. So take note of that if you need to go back and replay that part. I switched in right away to match Meganium to Azumarill, like match them up even, so that way I can get to the Frenzy Plant and then the Vine Whips to knock it out. That's how you got to win that matchup. Okay, so in this match we're leading Altaria versus Tropius, so this is a very good lead for us. I'm getting ready to switch because I know he's going to switch, so I pulled up the switch tray. However, he brings Altaria, and so I'm like, okay, I can throw a charge move before I switch. And he burned a shield, which is good, so now I'm in a good spot. Two shields to one, Deoxys is definitely the favorite. An even shield, Altaria can win this matchup, but with a shield advantage, we are looking pretty good. So, gonna go ahead and throw Rock Slide, and gonna burn his last shield. So now I'm obviously going to shield this, because I need to land a Rock Slide to win this matchup. And again, now that I won the secondary matchup, we have the switch advantage, and we have, you know, we have that luxury of lining up the Pokemon to the Pokemon that we want to. So now Tropius comes back, I can just do whatever. It doesn't really matter. Any extra damage at this point is bonus. And he gave up switch advantage again, so that was not a great move on his part. I can comfortably pick which Pokemon I want. Gonna go with Meganium because I want to save Altaria for Tropius, and Medicham has Ice Punch, so I don't want anything to do with that with Altaria. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw a Frenzy Plant. And at this point, he should have probably just quit. But you never know. Sometimes your opponent's phone can die. Like, that happened to me today, actually. My phone died in a battle. I was losing anyways, but still, it was really annoying. Or they could lag. You never know. So if you're really desperate for that win, just play it out to the end. But, you know, if you don't have a lot of time, just if you think you're going to lose, it's not worth it. Like in this situation, we were definitely not going to lose that match. So, awesome. We're 4-0. Let's go to the last battle. Juanchopolis, I think is how you pronounce his name. Anyways, this was before I realized that Altaria wins this matchup, so I switched anyways, so that was not the most optimal play on my part. Luckily, you'll see his team composition wasn't great for, to be an opponent for us, so that's good. So he stays in. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to throw Rock Slides. These are not going to do much damage. But then he switched, and I didn't really notice at the time. I did hear the sound, though, so I did know he switched to something. But it actually, Rock Slide does more damage to Meganium, so it actually worked out for us. So we're going to go ahead and throw another Rock Slide. But yeah, you can actually win that matchup if you lead Altaria versus Stunfisk. It is an annoying Pokemon. You will have to shield, but you can win that match. Just go straight Sky Attack. Don't throw Dragon Pulse. You don't need to. Even though it does do more damage, you don't need to do that. And it's risky because if they shield it, you're kind of screwed a little bit. So yeah, just go straight Sky Attack. And there you have it. We have our opponent quit there because he probably had like a Toxicroak or something in the back. And we had 3 Pokemon still to his 2. So yeah, he just was saving time and leaving. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that series there. Hopefully I can get another good streak like that going soon, but competition does get really tough in the higher ratings, and so I'm not sure if I could be able to do that, but I'm going to try. In tomorrow's video, you're going to see how I would have gone 5-0, but lag happened, and it cost me a match, really, and I was really pissed. So you will see that tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night, and yeah, see you tomorrow.